Alright, what's up everyone? Sean here with my good buddy Brandon.
Yo.
And we are finally back for a Let's Talk Smash. It's been a long while since we last did one. I know in between there was a couple of characters announced, like King K. Rool and then Isabelle. And but now today we're definitely going to talk about the final installment of the Smash Directs. So we pretty much know all the important bits at least, and we're just gonna go over what was said in the direct. So I'm gonna try to do my best to do it on top of my head, unless you have the article on hand.
I just have the video running in the background.
Okay, all right. Well, that's something. That is better than nothing. So from what I can remember on top of my head, Ken was revealed, which is funny because there was that leak with Ken on the screen, and it was very let's just say suspicious, I guess. But now it's confirmed, and Ken is real. He's definitely an Echo Fighter for Ryu, and but of course he has some differences and stuff like that. But how do you feel about that?
First off, you were talking about the leak with him standing with Pichu and Ivysaur and stuff.
Yes, that screenshot, or picture rather.
Yeah, it was like a developer mode type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just clearing that up. I'm not a big Street Fighter guy. I never was a Street Fighter dude. Those are my roommates. They love Street Fighter. They play all those games. But I like Ken's inclusion. I think he's a fine Echo Fighter. He's arguably one of the first Echo Fighters. So, it fits. It's a good Echo Fighter character to include.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I definitely don't. I don't disagree with it. I do like Ken, at least to some extent. So I think it's cool to have him in there. I mean, it would have been cool to have some. If you're gonna have a different or another Street Fighter character, it would have been cool to have a different one. But hey, I mean, cannot be helped. Ken is very popular along with Ryu, and I think it's pretty cool that he made it in there. And I think it's kind of neat and interesting that the leak, I guess, is true in some sense. But yeah, at least though, his gameplay for the most part is preserved in there. They kept his what makes him distinct from Ryu and stuff like that. What makes him different, like his Tatsumaki Senpukyaku is multiple hits and stuff like that. Things like that. They definitely took note of that. And his final smashes are, similar to Ryu's in the sense that, if you do it far away, he does this move, and if you do it up close, he does that move. So I think it's pretty neat of how they incorporated that. So overall, I'm not exactly disappointed that Ken of all the Street Fighter characters made it in there. I think it makes sense overall.
Yeah. I just got a text from my friend. He says, say that Sakura should have been the character. I don't know who that is, but she should have been the character. Whoever
Sakura. Sakura is essentially what people like to call her the female Ryu. She, well, if you want to talk about lore, she kind of follows Ryu around because she wants him to teach her, how he fights and stuff like that. She wants to learn his fighting style, but he feels that he's not good enough to be a teacher for anyone. So that's why he kind of always goes around the world to fight and tries to up his experience and see if he's worth teaching anyone at that.
I just pulled up a picture. She looks like Girl Ryu. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we got Red Ryu, not Girl Ryu.
Yes.
Then there's the Evil Ryu, and then actual Evil Ryu.
Yes.
Is it Azuma or something?
Yeah.
That's an Naruto character. What's the bad Ryu's name?
Akuma.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Akuma. Azuma's that's a Naruto guy. I think that's a Naruto guy. I might be getting my anime mixed up.
But yeah, anyways, there's a bunch of characters that fight like Ryu, or they like to call them Shotos, because Ryu uses Shotokan or something of Shotokan-esque fighting style, so that's why they call them Shotos. But anyways, let's move on to the other character that was revealed for the base roster anyway, and that is Incineroar. Pretty cool. I mean, Incineroar, for those who don't know, is the final evolution from Sun and Moon. He's like the fire starter, final evolution or final form, and he essentially is like a wrestler for this iteration. So I think it made whole lot of sense to make him the wrestler slash grappler for Smash, because this game was lacking, and I think I do recall me requesting some sort of like wrestling character of some sort in one of the videos, and I guess Incineroar is gonna fill in that seat. So I think that's to me that's really cool. I did use him throughout the majority of my Sun and Moon experience. So I think that's, to me, it's pretty cool, and they definitely did a pretty good amount of work with him, with his expressions and stuff like that, facial expressions and his moves and stuff like that. He's definitely got some wrestling moves going on, of course, with the lariat and some suplexes, blah blah blah. I mean, he's got a move called the Darkest Lariat, so that's like something. It's
yeah,
something to glee about. But how do you feel about Incineroar making it in there?
I think he's great.
Yeah.
He's the Tony the Tiger character, as everyone's saying.
Right.
I like him. I wasn't a big fan of him in the Sun and Moon games.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't personally pick him until like my third playthrough. I chose what's his face? Decidueye.
Yeah.
Rowlet, that's his name. Rowlet. And then the second playthrough I went with Poplio.
Right.
But I think he honestly translates a little bit better in Smash Brothers than he does in Pokemon. Just because you have all those animations, and he looks a little less goofy. He looks a little bit more menacing in Smash.
Right. Yeah. Because you get to see actually what he does in Smash rather than Pokemon. Because since Pokemon's like animations tend to be a little more on the simpler side, or I don't want to say limited, but it did try to keep things more simple, so that way those moves can translate across the rest of Pokemon, like submission, for example, or like a lot of the fighting type moves. Anyway, they try to keep them try to keep them universal. So that's why the animation can be a little weird for some Pokemon. So that's why you can't really see like the wrestling moves on Pokemon. So you can't. I would love to see Incineroar doing a German suplex on Gyarados, but I don't think that's gonna work that well in an actual Pokemon game. So that's why seeing him in another game like Smash, for example, that definitely is gonna work. And now you get to really see what he does, and he's a freaking wrestler with the flaming champion belt. So
speaking of which, I'm actually watching the Incineroar trailer right now because I'm just scrubbing through the video.
Right.
And when he uses Revenge, which by the way I want to go into because I think it's a really cool idea for a move. Mm-hmm. When he uses it when he's not being attacked after it ends, there's a quick little animation where he adjusts his belt.
Oh yeah.
But I really like that concept for a move because we're so used to counters.
Right.
We got basically every Fire Emblem character, then Lucario and Greninja, who all have counters. They push. It's their down special. They push it. If you attack them, then they hit back and take no damage. Incineroar is kind of on the opposite end. You push down, you will take that damage, but then you get to reflect it back with the added power of your next attack.
Right.
Which I think is awesome because it's a different way. It doesn't feel as cheap because I think it requires a little bit more skill to pull off.
Yeah. It's definitely has more like you get to feel more of that payoff. Since you don't have to like rely on counter to instantly hit him back or anything like that. But it just feels more satisfying on the next hit since it does add more power to it.
Yeah. What I'm curious about is I don't know if you ever looked these up. After Smash 4 came out, after Brawl came out, there are all these videos of like someone using the whatever the beam move with Samus is, or just some sort of like beam attack with any character, and then having like two characters play as Pit and just continuously reflect it,
Right.
and then like see eventually how you could get it. If this does add to the attack power that he gets on his next move, I would love to see a video where people do that. You know, they fire a beam with Samus, watch go back and forth with the Pits, then jump in with Incineroar using Revenge, and see if the attack power goes up to like 999.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would be pretty insane.
Yeah, I want to see how far people can go with Revenge, and especially in competitive play. I really am curious about that now that you bring it up like that. So
yeah.
I think it'd definitely be a funner way of taking on that, you know, that counter sort of move that, you know, everyone's been given, especially with the Fire Emblem characters. Like everyone has a counter, you know, and some Pokemon have a counter as well, and I think it's pretty funny. But Incineroar, you know, he's got, you know, a different kind of counter, and I think that's a nice like little change of pace. And not to mention, you know, he already has like plenty of other fun moves to use, so I think he'll be a pretty neat character and a neat, definitely a cool addition to Smash overall. Because, you know, like I said, we've been lacking that wrestler slash grappler sort of like character.
Yeah, didn't you want like Machoke or someone? Yeah, I remember you mentioned like having one.
Oh, like a Machamp, Machamp or Machoke or something. Yeah, that would have been really cool. I would love to see them, because since we don't really have fighting type Pokemon, which is kind of strange to me. But maybe Sakurai didn't want to take like an obvious route, like, oh yeah, is that fighting Pokemon in the fighting game essentially. So I guess
it's like, come on, Game Freak liked fighting enough to make 3 of the starters firefighting.
Yeah, right.
Incidentally, the starter that they chose to be in the fighting game still not firefighting. It's a fire dark type. Right,
yeah, exactly. It's sort of this weird thing, but
still no fighting type Pokemon in this game.
Exactly, yeah. And still lacking that fighting type. Maybe in the DLC, but we'll get into that later on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did technically announce a character that is DLC, but was also announced with this game.
Yeah.
Should we talk about him?
I guess, yeah.
The best character.
We're on a roll of announced characters, so sure. You wanna start this off?
The Piranha Plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's neat that that a Piranha Plant made into the roster before Waluigi, of all things, right?
I just love it because Sakurai kind of has a track record with putting in I wouldn't necessarily say a joke character, but a character that is just so far out of left field, people were just like, what?
Right.
Like with Melee, I think arguably you could say it was Game & Watch, because really the character from the Game & Watch series of games? Alright, then he became a fan favorite. Then with Brawl, it was Rob, and then Rob became a fan favorite. And then with Smash 4, it was Duck Hunt, who incidentally also became a Smash fan favorite. And now people are openly criticizing Sakurai for the inclusion of the Piranha Plant. I guarantee you, give it 3 months, he's going to be like the most played character.
Oh yeah. People are going to love him for sure. I think it's really neat that of all the Mario enemies, it's, you know, Piranha Plant, and then the final Smash is PD Piranha. So people kind of getting him mixed with PD and the normal Piranha Plant. So yeah, I think that's pretty funny. But PD Piranha does make it in there as a final Smash for Piranha Plant, and I think it's really funny though because also, when he runs around, he's got like little feet under the pot.
Yeah, his little roots are his feet.
Yeah, I think that was really funny when he first like started moving forward. I'm like, what the fuck?
Let's give a moment of silence though to those who fell, those few who were a part of the various leaks, the Grinch leak, the Vergaben leak, whatever they were. Shadow, Isaac.
Oh yeah,
never stood a chance.
Yeah.
I'm of the firm mindset. I mean, they did announce that there would be 5. We'll get to the DLC stuff later. I'm of the mindset that none of the assist trophies will make it as featured characters. I think they're all kind of in the game as DLC, or I think the characters who are assist trophies are in there as assist trophies. I don't think they're going to be assist trophies and then become fighting characters.
Yeah.
Similarly, I don't think they would retire an assist trophy.
Right. Right.
But on the upside, that does give Skull Kid and Gino, they still have hope.
Yeah, that is true.
Was Skull Kid in the assist trophy? Shit, I need to script through the video. I think I might have actually seen Skull Kid.
I think he is. I think he is a assist trophy. I'm actually
because I know they showed Isaac and they showed Shed, and that was like a kick in the nads for people who wanted it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say yes.
The assist trophy section.
Yeah, I want to say yes, but I'm not too sure. It's my memory is a little foggy on that part, but I don't know. Either way, we haven't.
Is that broad from Fatal Frame?
Oh yeah, Yuri. yeah. I actually played that game, so I kind of know who that character is. So
isn't that like a rated M game or something?
Actually, I think it's rated T. Strangely enough.
Was that the game where like the developer was talking about how awesome it was that the wet clothing like simulated the curves of the women in the game or something?
Yes, the wet clothing was. Oh, they like paid attention to detail of when clothes get wet or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's all I remember about the game.
Yeah, wet clothes.
Like, this is kind of creepy. Not for the intended reasons of the game.
A lot of wet clothing going on in the game, I'll tell you that much, for sure.
I almost feel like Sakurai was paying attention to the leaks with the characters that he included in the DLC or in the assist trophy segment.
Right.
Because Isaac was highly requested and like highly anticipated in these leaks. Like several of them named Isaac, several of them named Shadow, and several of them named the Black Knight, who I didn't think had a snowball's chance of being in the game. Right. Lo and behold, he didn't. I was upset that Springman was an assist trophy. I was so sure he was going to be a character.
Right, yeah. But,
well, can't always be right.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for the ARMS fans out there.
Yeah.
Pour one out for Springman and Ribbon Girl as well, because she's a me costume.
I'm sure all of the ARMS fan is very upset.
Yeah. And I think, and of course, I saw Twin Tail as a spirit, but we'll get into those spirits later.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will in the video.
I feel like I should mention though that there was also a King K. Rool spirit and a Wii Fit Trainer spirit.
Huh. Okay.
So spirits are not limited to only being spirits, it seems.
Right. Okay. So it looks like there's like different versions of the playable characters as spirits or something like that.
Perhaps.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, Gauss assist trophy. Forgot.
Like for example, I would think like Paper Mario would probably be a spirit or something.
Probably. Very likely.
Yeah. Or Dr.
No trophies. I'm not sad about that.
No trophies, you said?
Yeah, no trophies.
Yeah. I mean, there is that group of people within the Smash community, I guess, that love to collect the trophies, but now, we're essentially collecting stickers.
Yeah.
I feel like these are very reminiscent of the stickers from, what did it start, like Brawl and,
yeah, Brawl had stickers. I don't think Smash 4 did.
Yeah, something like that.
Fairly certain Smash 4 did. I would bet money Smash 4 did not have stickers.
Yeah, I don't really remember that much about stickers in 4, if they were there at all, but I remember for sure that Brawl had stickers, and
Brawl definitely did. I know Brawl did because I remember thinking this is useless, and finding out like 10 years later that they actually served a purpose.
Yeah.
But I can say with pretty reasonable confidence that Smash 4 did not have stickers.
Right. But yeah, so they made a return of some sort, but now they're called spirits, and that also leads to that was the new mode for it, or was it the World of Light or whatever it's called?
I think Spirits ties in with World of Light.
Okay. So we'll get to that one later.
Yeah. Also, really quick, I couldn't help but notice they didn't mention a stage builder.
No, they didn't. You're right. Oh no.
Honestly, not too upset about that.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was incredibly limited in both games it was in.
Yeah.
I think that if we're leaving it to the guys that make the game, because honestly, I mean, A, you couldn't play on them online, which sucked. B, I mean, unless you were playing with a friend.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that, I mean, with the tools they gave you in Smash Brawl, it was, like, oh, you're essentially putting blocks down on a grid. And you can make some pretty decent stuff with that. Then in Smash 4, they went 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Couldn't place any really cool items or anything. You could essentially just modify the terrain however you liked it.
Right.
People could do some stuff with that, but it was still incredibly limited.
Right.
So I'm not too upset that it's gone, if it is gone. If it does come back, which, maybe, we'll see.
Yeah. I think they did kind of expand on the other options and little features and stuff like that. For one example that comes to mind for sure is the languages. They actually now included like Japanese and German and other language when it comes to voices as well, and it also changes the text as well, which I'm kind of I'm mostly I'm happy with that, but at the same time, like I wish the text and voice language were separate options, so that way you have like English text and then you have whatever language voice you want,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of get a pass because you're Japanese, but the weebs that are going to be very upset because they're not going to have any idea where they're going to be clicking because of the language and the text change, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, "Where's the options key? I only like Japanese sounding voices. I don't know where to click."
Right, yeah. That's sort of the problem. Maybe they'll fix that in a later update, hopefully. But for now, yeah, we actually at least have some sort of multiple language option, which is really cool. And not only it changes the text, but it actually changes the voices as well. So that's like really cool. Like it's not just English and Japanese. They have like German, French. I think Italian. Yeah,
Italian was on there. It was German, French, Italian, classic Chinese, Korean. The option just came up. I'm looking at the video options. Smash sound off online languages. Here we go. Language support. It has English, French, Spanish, Dutch, Italian, Netherlands. I don't know what this. It looks like it says Piscini. It's in the language. One of them's definitely Chinese,
Russian?
one of them's definitely Japanese, and one of them's definitely Korean.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think Russian might be included in there, but that
Russian is in there. That's probably what that is. It's
okay.
Russian.
Yeah.
It's got like a backwards N with a thing above it.
Yeah, I think whenever you click on like Russian language, it does have like the word that looks like a P or something like that in
it's
there.
Like PYCCK,
yes.
backwards N,
okay,
backwards N with a thing over it.
I think that is Russian. Okay, all right. Russian is I think we can say Russian is in there too.
Yeah, it's 11 language options.
Yeah, there's quite a bit in there, so that's really cool that they actually did that, because Smash community is pretty big, like in places that you wouldn't expect. I think it's pretty big in Europe too. So or really
international.
Yeah, very international. Very I would say pretty huge in Europe as well. So that's really cool that a lot of the European languages were included in there, as well as the Asian languages and stuff like that too. So
all I'm gonna say is, if you're American, play with English. Dubs are better than subs.
Yeah.
If you want to fight me on this, I'll be in the Temecula Duck Pond at 3:00.
And I think also what comes to mind is when you're like messing around with the replay, now you can actually like make videos out of it or something like that. You can
now you can upload videos.
Yeah. I think you can, hopefully you can make some cool videos out of it, like different angles and stuff like that. Hopefully, but we'll have to see how expansive this camera or replay option feature thing is when we actually mess around with it.
Yeah, what I'm actually kind of happy for, while we're on the subject of like options.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, but throughout the entirety of the demos and stuff, there was always that like the radar on the like left or up side or whatever, where it would show how far away you were from the out of bounds area.
Right.
You can actually shrink that or turn it off, which I am actually very happy for. I did not like the inclusion of that. I get why they did it. I didn't like it. I'm glad you can turn it off.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's actually really nice. And they throw in options in there. That's really cool that they kept that in mind. trying to think of anything else before we move on from options.
Well, I mean, we didn't do a video after the Belmont reveal, did we?
The Belmont video.
I don't think we did.
Oh yeah.
You can turn hazards off. That was a while ago, but I mean, it's still a thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's about everything. You still take pictures.
Yeah. Snapshots. Yeah, that sort of thing. So, I think we can definitely move on from there. I think.
Oh wait, the other thing, sorry, really quick, was the power up, power down thing that you can do now, where you can I mean, I think Melee and Brawl and Smash were at it. It was just called handicap, but it was really kind of unclear. Like, is this giving me a handicap? Is this giving them a handicap? Now you can like really. There's like 3 arrows where it's like 3 up means like your power is increased a ton.
Yeah.
3 down means
Yeah.
your power's decreased a ton.
That's like I feel like that's like a much more like straightforward way of indicating like handicap and stuff like that, and
way more comprehensive. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more just readable and stuff like that. So I think that's I guess that's a pretty nice feature. But definitely can't do that online, like they specifically said. Which
there was also the turning your friend. The thing you can do online is turn your friend transparent.
Oh yeah.
Which is neat.
Yeah.
Not super useful, but neat.
Right. That's definitely more useful, I guess, when you're playing on the like locally and stuff like that. When you're trying to play on multiple switches on the go and stuff like that. When you're
I have also heard people complain. You know, it's more a complaint with 8-player Smash that your character is hard to see amongst all the chaos.
Right.
So it is beneficial, I guess, in that instance. Yeah, granted, it'll only be in team matches, but having your team be blurred out and you as the focal point would be helpful in that case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think other than that, nothing too much else when it comes to options and features and stuff of sorts. Yeah, I guess we can move on to another big mode, which is online. So, what comes to mind for sure is they definitely overhauled it when it comes to like searching for matches and stuff like that. So you can like set up how many stocks and how much time and whether you want items or not, or certain items to appear, and it'll match you up with people with similar options, which is a pretty cool way of doing it now. There's no for fun, there's no for glory now, so it's just like pretty much all in one, essentially, I guess. So
yeah,
that's a nice way to do it. What do you think? You like it?
I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's the way it should have been this entire time, and now we finally get to have it.
Yeah. Just options. Just give us options, and they're definitely giving us the tools to be able to set up the ideal matches that we want, depending on how on the mood for the night, for example. Also, they still have global Smash Power, and it pretty much like tells you, oh, you're that much better than all these other people, but it changes over time based on the population of the game. So yeah, I think that's kind of interesting in some sense. But I think for the most part, ranking is kind of very it's like a very much like a subsystem, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of just sort of just there, but it's it has some sort of like measurement, GSP, whatever. But I think for the most part, people aren't gonna worry about it too much. I think they're just trying to push, just go online, play, and try and have some fun, I guess. So you can have your 1-on-1s, you have your 2v2s, or I think there's free for all, I guess. There's free for all, and of course, there's no 8-player online. That's a bit much. So I don't know.
But I like playing at a snail's pace.
Yeah,
I like playing at a 2 frame per second resolution.
Right.
Resolution speed.
Well, we have to remember. If you guys remember the online service thing for the Switch, they actually have dedicated servers for Smash, and Mario Kart. So it's
Yeah, we're paying for this stuff now.
yeah, yeah. Just for those two games for right now at least. So everything.
I'm actually kind of curious now that I'm watching this. They mentioned earlier that amiibo support would be in the game. You know, you scan based off of a Best Buy ad. It seems that if you scan an amiibo for a character that isn't already unlocked, you unlock that character and can play as them. I'm kind of curious because now I'm watching this. I saw specifically in Urbosa Spirit in this thing. Do you think that if you put on character, I know I'm kind of moving off from online, but do you think that if you move off from characters with like amiibo that are from different games, their spirits will unlock?
That's a good question. I'm not too sure how they're gonna handle that, but I would expect something like that to happen in the future. When it comes to like different amiibos coming out down the line, or other pre-existing amiibos that may have to do with some sort of spirit, maybe.
I mean, it won't hurt to add any spirits. It's literally just like the in-game art of the character.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, because of that, when it comes to spirits, it's a lot easier to add in more characters that way than trophies or whatever. So,
Yeah.
they have to actually fully model the trophy and stuff like that. I mean, going back on it a little bit, I think as sad as it is to see it go, the sticker, sorry, spirits are a lot easier to work with, so that's why they went with that. But it is neat to see like what characters look like in that style of like the 3D kind of structure from Nintendo and stuff like that. Especially like
Yeah.
if you look at like models from or models for characters for Final Fantasy, for example, like we could have possibly seen Tifa and maybe some other characters and stuff like that, Sephiroth or whatever, but yeah, no trophies. But hey, for those people who like the 2D artwork sort of aspect, we'll get to definitely see more of that. So I think that's pretty neat on that part. But yeah.
So should we go into depth about spirits mode?
Yeah. If you don't have any additional comments for online, on the online feature.
No, I think them giving us all the options is basically the best thing they could have done.
Yeah. And let's just hope the netcode is good. Let's just say.
There's also one more thing. There is also that like elite mode that you can unlock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever gonna. Oh, I might get onto it.
I don't know how far I'm gonna go with it either.
I play a pretty mean Pikachu, and apparently he's S tier in this game. So.
Oh. Okay. All right.
They modified his neutral air, and apparently that makes him overpowered for.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we'll definitely see how long his good neutral will be. his neutral attacks in the air at least, but I think we can definitely move on from there. So spirits that we've been kind of throwing in here and there in the video. So for those who kind of don't know already, they're essentially stickers, like I kind of mentioned earlier, and they actually have different effects this time around. Like not just like, oh, you have more attack power and less knockback or whatever. You have like they come like. I think some of them come with like different colors for your character, or they match the color that's closest to the character, or something like that. And
I
also,
don't know. I think that's only for the World of
Light.
World of Light thing. The spirits, what they seem to do is they seem to act a lot like the equipment from Smash, Wii U, and 3DS, where it was like some of them could add they would add speed, power, and something else.
Okay.
It was speed, power, and defense.
Okay.
It was. They would add those three things, and then they would like take away something, or like if it was like a really low, if it didn't add much power, it'd be like, oh, it only adds like 8 power, but at the same time your grapples are easier, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this seems to be the very same kind of concept, where it showed. I was just on like a little clip where it showed someone receive a spirit that was like the Puyo Puyo thing, and it was like no or like less poison damage.
Okay. Like yeah, poison reduction, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can buy spirits too, it seems.
Yeah, you can buy spirits. You know, you can also like I feel I feel like this will be like how they handle the gotcha kind of part of games nowadays. Like a lot of games, a good number of games anyway, have some sort of like slot machine sort of thing going on. Just looking at like the stars and stuff like that, like oh, there's like common one, there's and then the rarest one is like legend or whatever, legendary. So
So this is kind of weird. I'm looking at this thing right now, and next to the shop where you can buy the spirits and you can buy me costumes, which are back. It seems that there is a picture that has a present next to it. There's like a little because it's like a big square. If you're looking for the time on the actual video on Nintendo's website, it's at 26 minutes 53 seconds. It shows like sounds, replays, records, challenges, tips, movies, shop, and then next to the shop in this little corner icon is a present, like a Christmas present. I'm curious if that is something we don't know about, or if it's like maybe you can gift spirits to people, like your friends. That'd be interesting.
Maybe what that is to me anyway is where what you were talking about, like what if you scan your amiibo and then brand new like sticker
that could totally be it.
Yeah, I also think that like they might do a thing where every few days you can randomly scan your amiibos and you'll get like a different thing or something like that. They might just go with that.
I mean, it makes too much sense for them to include spirits in every amiibo.
Right.
Like scan an amiibo, get a random spirit or something. Scan 5 amiibo a day.
Right.
Or non-Smash amiibo. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just amiibo in general, I think.
Maybe they'll do what they did with Smash 4 to an extent, where like you can transfer your spirit with an amiibo and like bring it to someone's place.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. These certain like spirits have slots, so you can actually add more spirits into that spirit and something like that. Sub-spirits, yeah, exactly. So they have like some have like more slots than others depending on their rarity and stuff like that. So kind of neat. So they add a little more, I guess a little more effect.
You level them up too. It's weirdly like Pokemon in a way.
I guess, yeah. I guess you can look at it that way. But yeah, they are essentially a big part of the new mode that they've kind of censored in one of their previous videos or presentations, and now we have the brand new adventure mode, essentially called World of Light, and that whole trailer thing was really something.
They're dead. They're dead. Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead except for Kirby. Except for Kirby. He is the chosen one.
It is a weird thing to like be happy for, but when I was watching that video, there's a scene where Sonic reaches out to Pikachu.
Oh my god.
He's like, "No, bro," and then they both get gacked. But I main both those characters, so I was like, yes, my mains are bros. I'm looking at their amiibos right now. I have them right on my desk.
Yeah. It's really nice to see something like that again, and now we actually have voices this time around.
Well, I was curious, were those actual like new recorded lines, or were they reused assets? Because I could swear, like that Pit. I mean, that Pit is Anthony Del Rio. They're unionized actors, so Nintendo doesn't like using them. For Smash especially.
Right.
Because like even in Smash 4, Palutena's voice actress was not the same woman who was in Kid Icarus Uprising. And I also think they didn't use Soldier 76 for Magnus again, because that's the same voice actor there too. But Anthony Del Rio's voice line where he says, "We can win, I know it." I'm like that could easily be from Kid Icarus Uprising. Like that seems like a really throwaway line. I'm not sure about Fire Emblem, and that Zelda line seemed genuinely new, so who knows?
I think those lines are pretty new for the most part, but
It wasn't in Japanese, so it might be new.
Oh.
I mean, isn't Marth exclusively Japanese?
Oh yeah, yeah,
especially
he
in
was.
Smash?
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Marth was Japanese, and now he's English in this one. So yeah, I think his line is definitely new, since that happened.
Was he Japanese in Smash 4 as well?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious if they're gonna change his overall voice, because I mean, now he has an English voice in the cutscene. I'm curious if they're gonna give him the same voice actor.
I mean, I think we can say or safely assume that he'll receive the respective voice actors that he gets from the whatever region. So I think.
And now that I'm bringing this up,
Yeah.
that makes me curious about the language thing, because before we kind of had a mixed mash of languages. Some of the Fire Emblem characters spoke Japanese, Cloud spoke Japanese,
Right.
Mewtwo uttered in Japanese.
Yeah.
But now that there's voice, I'm curious if those Fire Emblem characters are gonna speak English. If Cloud's gonna speak English, has he ever had an English voice actor?
Yes.
Probably has.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
I know nothing about any Final Fantasy game except for 15. So.
Oh yeah, he definitely does have a English voice actor.
Also he's in Kingdom Hearts, so yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah. I think they might use him for the sake of things, but
And speaking of English voice acting,
Right.
that song.
Yes, I was gonna get to that. Like, it's like very reminiscent of like Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, oh my god.
I was like, we Kingdom Hearts now. I was listening to that.
It was so Kingdom Hearts that it hurt, and like.
Yeah.
I swear I kept hearing Torchic in the lyrics, but
Yeah, I thought I heard that too. I was like, they sang torches, but I'm like, did you say
oh, thank God, I'm
Torchic?
not the only one.
No, I totally heard it too. I was like even now I know the lyrics. I'm like, it still fucking sounds like it's saying Torchic.
Yeah,
Blaziken confirmed.
Yeah, Torchic is definitely confirmed for something in the future. I don't know, but
Yeah.
but
And then there's that big world that you can run around in. Ah, it looks so cool.
Yeah. I think that's a really cool way to handle the traveling, I guess you can call, or running around or whatever. It's essentially it's got that like that game board feel to it that I guess they wanted to do in what was that, Smash Board, or what do you call it in Smash 4?
Smash Tour.
Smash Tour, yeah. I think
Smash Run also seems like it's gone. Just a side note.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, World of Light seems to be pretty interesting, and I think we're gonna see a couple of cutscenes or whatever. I think so. I think it'll be pretty cool. Yeah. And
I think though, not to get people's hopes up, but or hopes down, but it seems like even though this is the adventure mode, it doesn't seem like there's going to be very many adventure mode type platforming, which is what I know a lot of people didn't like, but some people actually really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Was that you'd run around a giant 2D platformer style maze.
Yeah.
You'd do stuff there like you did in Melee's adventure mode and Space Emissary. But in this case, it's just for those of you who haven't seen the video for whatever reason, you're just on top of a giant board,
Right.
game board, and you're running around. So there's not an actual platforming element. Though there did seem to be puzzle solving, as seen when it was like Rosalina triggers a switch that causes blocks to create a bridge.
Right. Yeah, that's
But it
right.
seems like it's almost like did you ever play Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle?
Oh yeah, I was actually playing it on the during my trips in Japan.
Good playing game.
Yeah.
It almost seems like that in a way, where it's like the fighting is separate from the puzzle solving, but there isn't actually any platforming to do.
Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. So, but hey, I mean, for the most part, I think we are safe. We are safe to have some sort of we have some sort of story mode, quote unquote, for the fighting game, and so I guess in essence, adventure mode has made its return, but it's called World of Light, and then it comes with the freaking Kingdom Hearts-esque kind of soundtrack to it now. It's really funny, so I really want to see how this whole thing plays out.
I mean, right before this, I was just on a run. I was just listening to that on a loop. Such a good song.
It's
gonna play until I'm sick of it.
It's got a good amount of cheese to it. It's it's like I said, it's very reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts. That hurts, but it's not bad. It's just very cheesy, but
yeah.
But yeah, so for the most part, I think it's really really cool, and hopefully, World of Light is something really fun to and cool to look forward to. So, but yeah, I think that is essentially it.
One more thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
5 DLC characters.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna get to that before we wrap it up, but yeah. So you know, you think it's over with the fighting game characters, with the roster being at what 74 now, I think.
75 with Piranha Plant.
Ah, yes, that's right. So
Let me double check that.
we're gonna, but yeah, essentially we're gonna have about 80 by the end of it, by the end of or by February 2020, according to the little disclaimer. If you guys catch that, which is
let me do some counting here. Load store. Okay, so there's. I'm gonna do a head count with the Echo Fighters because I wanna. I just want to be sure of how many fighters there are. Lucina, there's Crom, there's Dark Pit. So we're at 5 Echo Fighters now. Hold on. Almost there. 6 and 7 makes Richter. So there's 7 Echo Fighters, 70 fighters total with Piranha Plant. Bring that to 75 with DLC characters, plus the 7 Echo Fighters equals 82 characters total.
82.
If you consider the Echo Fighters independent characters.
Right.
So 82 characters.
That is crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is, I think that's a world record for most, I guess, quote unquote, unique fighting characters for a fighting game roster. Man, that's.
I mean, 75 just alone is a lot. But then
it's a lot.
For those of you wondering, the Echo Fighters are Richter, Ken, Crom, Lucina, Dark Pit, Dark Samus, and crap. Who am I forgetting? Daisy.
Yes.
So those are the 7 Echo Fighters.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of characters.
That's still a lot of characters, no matter how you look at things.
Yeah. So should we speculate who the 5 Echo or DLC characters are going to be? Because they're not going to be Echoes. He said that.
Yes, they're all going to be unique characters. That's pretty cool to see. And I think down the line we may see maybe a couple more Echo Fighters, maybe like surprises. But
yeah, maybe that'll be free DLC.
Yeah, like bonus DLC or whatever. But yeah, 5 DLC characters that are unique. Man, that's gonna be for me, we're kind of reaching to that point. It's like who like, you know, it's gonna be really hard
Piranha
to
Plant.
You know, what's up?
Piranha Plant.
Yeah. I mean, I guess anything goes at this point. Like we could see a Goomba or something, or like.
The year is 2020. An angry Sakurai walks up on the direct.
Yeah.
Yo, he says in clear, concise English, I'm tired of your bullshit. Here's Clippy, the Microsoft Excel helper. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve me. I'm making Kid Icarus, and then he walks off stage.
I wonder,
Clippy.
I wonder if like it'll if we're gonna see another guest character within that 5, you know. Like,
yeah, I think. Should we make predictions of the DLC characters?
Sure, let's do it.
I'm thinking. I'm still with Gino. I think Gino has a pretty good chance.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure if I saw Skull Kid on that thing, so I'm not gonna say him because he might have been on the thing. So I'm gonna say Gino. I'm gonna raise my hopes and say Shantae, because she's the spirit, and I desperately want my girl to be in that game. If we're looking at Microsoft reps, let's say Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah.
If we're looking at other reps, let's say Rayman. And
Rayman, yeah.
I'm just saying characters everyone wants at this point. Like, these are characters I want, not necessarily characters I'm like sure, like, oh, this is the character.
Oh yeah.
But,
yeah.
Trying to mill about the last one. You name yours, and I'll see if I can come up with the last one.
Right. I would love to see Gengar get in there. You know. Some of you may know how much I love Gengar. I mean, I think he has more of a chance as being a spirit. You know, but I still, regardless, I would love to see Gengar as a playable character. I mean, I think it'd be really cool. We could, or I would love to see, shit. Oh no, we can't have Lynn. She's an assist trophy.
Oh wait, sorry, I just thought of one.
Oh yeah,
No, screw Banjo-Kazooie. I don't care about Banjo-Kazooie. Instead, let's say, what's his face? Crap, I just had him in my head. Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah.
I think he would be an excellent choice. Whether he's in like a mech or whatever.
Yeah.
The X Tornado could be his final smash. And also Sora. from
Sora, right. Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to get it out.
No, that's
You have
totally,
4 more.
No, that's totally fine. Like I said, Gengar could. I would love to see him in there. Oh, Tharja. Tharja hasn't been, mentioned at all. So.
Who dat?
Who that? From good old Fire Emblem Awakening. Yeah. She's the mage type of character. She has a spell book on her. She's got she's like essentially wearing black, but she has she's like wearing one it's not a bodysuit, but like a skin tight sort of outfit on. Let's just say, but
Tharja, Fire Emblem. I'm gonna recommend that you guys do not Google image search that. Wow, there is. People need Jesus.
Yeah, Tharja is very popular amongst.
Bookmark this.
she's very popular amongst the Fire Emblem characters. Maybe like one of the champions from Breath of the Wild. So that's 3. I'm not really like Urbosa or like what was it, the bird champion?
Revali.
Revali, yeah, Revali.
Urbosa, Revali, Mipha, and
Mipha. What was the last one?
Daruk,
yes, yeah.
Daruk's protection, ready to roll.
Yeah, any of those champions would be pretty cool to see, and I think like it would be cool to see all of them in the final smash or whatever. I mean, it'd be pretty sick. Yeah. Or
just like hop up on their beast and fire a giant laser beam right at them.
Oh yeah. That could be pretty cool. That's 3 for me. I mean, as much as we would love to throw in more Pokemon, I'm trying to keep that limited.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you said Gengar, I'm like, I don't think they put Gengar, but they put it in Piranha Plant, so basically anyone's possible.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm trying to really think here. I mean, maybe we need more villains in this game. Like, so I'm gonna throw in Black Bull from F-Zero, because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap, man, I'm thinking of Hades from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah, that could be one.
Or Medusa.
Yeah, I would love to see, like to see Black Bull in there, because we definitely. I mean, we got
more F-Zero representation. Absolutely, that'd be
F-Zero
cool.
print. Yeah. And geez, Louise, 5th character. What other?
Dante from the Devil May Cry.
Oh man, Dante would be pretty sick.
Or Nero with his new roboid arm.
Yeah. Nero with the robot arm, or older Dante. I think that'd be pretty sick. I think. You know what? Fuck it. We'll throw in a guest character. I'll throw in a guest character in there. Dante, why not? Because he's really cool. Either Dante or Nero.
Let's watch Sakurai troll everyone. He's like, and highly requested Dante from Devil May Cry, and it's Dante from DMC.
Oh no! Dante or fucking Dino.
Just millions of fans killed themselves right then and there.
Oh man, that would be such a big stab in the heart, man. But yeah, that's my 5 for now at least. I'll probably make a whole top 10 whatever the fuck video or whatever of like requesting
I'm gonna
characters.
Google to see if there's any cryogenically freezing storage places that can hold me for a month.
Yeah,
I do not want to wait.
We still have a little over a month since it's
37
December.
days.
Yes. a little over a month. So we gotta wait for December 7th, I believe that's the release date. But yeah, we still get stuff after the launch, so that's really cool.
Yeah, let's see. There's a countdown timer I can find.
Yeah.
As of recording this video,
yeah.
As of me speaking at this moment, it is November 1st at 6:16 p.m. in California.
Right.
There are 35 days, 6 hours, and 44 seconds left until the game comes out.
Yes.
Good news, a little update, 38 seconds now.
Oh, all right.
Another update, 34 seconds.
So for those who don't know already, there is a Fighters Pass or whatever, so essentially a season pass that will come with all the 5 characters in there. They'll come with a stage. Each of them will come with a stage and a soundtrack of some sort. So we'll definitely get 5 characters, 5 new stages, and also at least 5 new soundtracks, essentially. So
yeah, it seems like they're just doing stage, character, then a bunch of soundtracks that come from that character stage.
One or a bunch, whatever, depending on that character. But like, and it's $25 essentially, $24.99. Yeah.
Or if you don't want to opt in for that, it's going to cost you $6.99 per each. So you're essentially
paying more,
saving $10.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes 5 is 35. I can do math.
Yeah. I think it essentially is a good deal in my opinion, because nowadays it's like $30 for the most part for just characters, and
yeah.
But with this, you get a character each time. You get a character, you get a stage, and some soundtrack. Man, that's
also worth noting that Piranha Plant will cost money after the first month of the game's release.
The
first 2 months after the game's release.
Yeah, so for those who pre-ordered the digital version, you guys are set for Piranha Plant, but after that, so it'll cost you some money.
It's not even pre-ordering. It's just if you have the game for the first 2 months.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
You go to My Nintendo, register it, and then you will unlock. Well, you won't unlock him because he won't be done yet. But
right.
He's separate from the 5 characters. But apparently, after January 31st, he will cost money.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So
she.
Oh yeah. he or she, So you either just have the game in general, or you could pre-order digitally, which I will do because I think having Smash on digital for the Switch will make a lot of sense for me. It's gonna just instantly fire it up.
Always have it. Yeah.
Yeah, always have it.
I agree.
Yes. And have the single player games physically at least. I don't know. That's just my method, but things. Yeah. But anyways.
I totally agree.
Yes. I think that's pretty much it for the big parts of this direct anyway. So do you have any little in-betweens that we kind of missed?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all.
Okay.
Not a lot of stages, but
Yeah, we didn't hear anything about stages, but hey.
The last stage we got was Dracula's Castle, and it seems like that's about it.
Yeah.
So we only have 3 new stages. In total for Smash Ultimate, being New Donk City, Breath of the Wild's Tower, and Dracula's Castle.
Now that you mentioned stages, not only we have a bunch of characters, we have a bunch of stages as well. So, and not only that, we have a bunch of soundtracks and stuff like that. This thing is jam packed, man, and it's crazy. It's I think it's very deserving of the ultimate title or the ultimate name in there. So, I think it's safe to say that we're very much looking forward to this game and whatever new stuff that comes with. So definitely looking forward to the new DLC characters and whatever stages. I just Smash in general, man. I think it's
slight addendum to my statement. We also have Inkopolis.
Oh, what was it?
The 4 stages that there are only 4 brand new stages as of the base release of the game Smash Ultimate, and that is New Donk City, Great Plateau Tower, Moray Towers, and Dracula's Castle.
Okay. Alright.
But there are still 103 stages, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, and then if you count the the Final Destination or Omega mode and the Battlefield mode, I guess you can say, for whatever stage, that's gonna be 300 stages, so that's really, really nuts.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. And again, you know, soundtrack, whole bunch of that too. Hopefully, I think Final Fantasy, on the Final Fantasy side, it's like kind of lacking. But anyways, that is essentially it for sure, for reals now. So December 7th, mark down your calendars, guys, and definitely, you know, like I said, there's still more to for us to see. You know, and I'm curious. I did say this in my reaction video. If anyone can data mine it too, and see if there's any like trace of, you know, upcoming characters or whatever, and see if like the whole statement about, oh, we're gonna, you know, develop more after the game is released or whatever, you know, true. Like, and we get to see how like kind of data mining works, and see how, you know, how much stuff we get out of that. So
Yep.
yeah, so if they're, you know, if they're actually, you know, developing more stuff after Smash, then that means we're essentially not going to see anything from anyone data mining it. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So, but anyways,
All right.
yeah. Anyways, that's Let's Talk Smash. We'll probably make like a follow-up video, you know, essentially saying, you know, how we feel about the game initially so far, or whatever. But for now, I think we'll you know, take another little long break as we anticipate for Smash. But any final words, any words of anticipation or anything like that?
My body is ready.
That I think that's the most appropriate statement that one can say for Smash Ultimate. It's definitely going to be the biggest Switch game of this year, and we're both looking forward to it. Are you guys looking forward to it? Leaving those comments or anything related to Smash down below. And this has been Let's Talk Smash. So, like again, we'll probably make another one after the game's release, talking about how we feel about it so far, blah blah blah, that kind of thing, and maybe the DLC characters. Who knows? But anyways, until then, we'll see you guys in the next video.